My name is Brian. Welcome back to the Elevated Podcast. I'm joined with Tyler Rodriguez, Joel Cisalima, and Adam Singh. How you guys feeling today?
Feeling good.
I'm
You?
feeling all right.
Adam?
Ready to
Feeling
get
all right?
down and
You
dirty.
said my fuck. Gotta say cash.
You are Adam
Anyways,
Singh.
though,
You
niggas
are
is
Adam
chilling
Singh.
though. We cool. We calm. We collective.
Collected.
Everything.
All the dot.
Cool, calm, and collected.
Well
All right,
done,
guys.
man.
Again, welcome back to Elevated, episode number 4.
Episode
All right.
number 4.
Today we're going to talk about relationships. I hope y'all are ready for that. I know a lot of us got something to say. Why is it? This is going to be the first question I ask. Why is it worth talking about relationships in the first place? Why should we bring this topic up? What are some misconceptions you guys think? Anything you guys want to say?
I don't think it's any misconceptions here, buddy.
No,
I think
but
it's just
what can people gain from this?
you tell me, man.
I can tell you. I can tell you how there's a lot of misconceptions about relationships, about how a male should act, how a female should act, different things. Is freaking like, is OnlyFans a good choice for women? That's something that they can gain from this. There's a lot of things that people are kind of confused and lost, and just should be aware of. So I think, Joel, you had a question, right?
Wait, can I?
Oh.
I also wanted to answer that too. I think it's important for people to discuss like relationships. To be honest, because we are the future. Like how we be in relationships, how we make relationships, how much kids are born. Like, you know what I'm saying? How the population, etc. Like
Yeah.
all of that is
Population.
affected by how we view relationships, how we view how we should be, and all the guidance within that. So I think it is important. It shapes our future. So I think that's why.
I mean, the thing is too is that even though we're young, we're still experienced too, because it's like we've gone through middle school, through all those years, you know. So it's like,
Not me. I had my first girlfriend was in high school.
all right, well, instead of you, us, we all have
Ninth
had that.
grade. My first
experience.
kiss, actually, I didn't even kiss her. She kissed me. It wasn't even like a kiss. Like she just made out with me.
Yeah?
I wasn't even expecting it. So it was just like
It just
she
came
was-
out of nowhere.
She was just licking my face.
Proud of yourself?
I'm sorry.
Felt good?
No.
No.
No, there was a lot of people around.
Wow.
Oh,
I did
so
not.
that
I did
must have
not.
been-
I
must
did
have been
not
scary.
It
enjoy
must
it.
have been worse.
I did not enjoy it at all.
Yeah.
It was uncomfortable.
His
Right?
little friend was peeking out. He was like, "Oh shit."
He was like,
Ooh, I had to tuck that motherfucker
Go
in the
down,
waistband,
go down,
dude.
go down.
You know how it is. You have to
Go
tuck it in the
down.
waistband.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
I don't get those problems, especially.
Oh,
not
you got
in church.
erectile
Especially not in
dysfunction.
church.
Oh, you got erectile dysfunction.
Maybe.
You're
Never that.
every
Never
single
that. I'm
person.
definitely.
Every single person watching is lying if they said they've never had a fucking erection in church, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely. Come on. man.
Everyone has had an erection in
Have
church.
you never seen any bad? Like, come on. There's definitely been a baddie in church. You walked in church and be like,
Nah, and then you never see her ever again.
they don't come after that, bro.
the
After-
parents came for that one
Yo.
event.
Bro,
Like,
after that one time, that's it, bro. They
you
don't
know
want to come
what I'm
back. That's the
saying?
thing.
You find out she's your cousin.
Look at me.
Whoa.
She's spam.
You guys,
Cuzzo.
you guys are horrible. After we did a religious pod,
Come on, bro.
now this.
Come on, bro. Stop acting so high and mighty. Let's go.
That's how you know we've been in
We're
church.
running
bro.
right now. We're running. You
I be in
jogging.
church, man.
All right, Joel. I know you had a question. Let's
Well, I
start off with
want to
that.
ask you guys, because I've had this question throughout, a couple weeks, but have you guys ever been in a toxic relationship? And
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah, in high
for
school, that one
sure.
relationship in high school.
Nah, it was. I think it was in like 11th. No, it was probably in 12th grade. Beginning of
Word.
12th grade.
where?
How did it
Yeah.
affect you?
Nah, it made me start going to the gym. That's all I can say.
So you're saying right after that,
Yeah.
you went straight to the gym?
What was so
After that, I started going to the gym.
What was so toxic about it?
She was really degrading, and I didn't like it. Like, not in a good way.
She was
You know how
degrading
some
towards
guys, you know how some guys like it? Like, they like being degraded?
I
Mm,
don't know about that, but
No?
keep. I'll
You
run
know
with it.
cock and
Go.
ball torturers?
No,
What?
Whoa.
We can talk about that.
I don't know.
We can talk about that after the pod. I'll put you
I
on.
don't know what that is.
I got, some
buddy.
I got some videos for you. I'll send them to you. But,
I don't want to see it.
Yo, what you about to
I definitely
send
don't
me
want to see it.
Yo.
nah, she was just super, like, verbally abusive. And it's, like, it's weird when it's coming. It's obviously, it doesn't affect me if anyone else says it. I don't give a fuck. But it's weird when it comes from a person that you're supposed to care about and that's supposed to care about you. So it's like she'd call me like stupid. Like it was like she would just pepper it in, like stupid,
Yeah.
like retarded. Like she would call me a dumbass a lot, which is weird. She would call me.
You ain't say
she
it
would,
back?
She would call me fat. I'd be like, yo, what's up? Like, what's wrong with you? I'll be asking her like, yo, you got a problem? Like, is there something wrong? Like, but she'd be like, I'm just joking.
Yeah,
But I could tell like she
bro.
was just being a fucking cunt.
She was
like,
trying to get under your skin.
Yeah.
probably.
Adam, you
Nah,
ever been
word.
Yo, well,
toxic?
fuck that bitch. I'm up now.
No way.
For sure.
Flexing on.
Adam, how about you? You ever
For
been in
sure.
one?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Keep it a buck. Like the reason why I would say it's toxic is because like she more or less was like, you know how the word gaslighting, right? But it's like, you know, she would type in within gaslighting, like in the fact of like, oh, I'm not good enough for you, that type of energy, like, you know what I'm saying? She would always like guilt trip with her trauma.
Yeah,
like
like bitches that try to fish compliments.
all
right?
of that trauma
Yeah.
shit. It's like I'm not like they be most of the time it's an excuse and like for you to stay or like to help or whatever, and it's like
Trying to guilt trip you.
yeah, and it's like I guess some people have real trauma.
There's an actual term for that.
Demon.
Where people, I don't know, no, it's an actual term. It's where people use their trauma to then get sympathy from other people on purpose. Like they're doing it as like
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say a technique, but they're doing it on purpose to look from that sympathy from other people, and that's crazy. There's a term for it. I gotta figure
It's
it out.
toxic, bro.
it's
And
with
I had to,
people actually,
I had
do it.
to.
It's sad.
The way that I got out of it, right? So I had broken up with her, right? And it was like when I started back school. So like we was dating for the summer and then starting back into school. She was obviously getting worried because we don't go to the same school. And obviously, whatever, I might see bitches. I don't really, I'm a very secure nigga, so I wasn't scared like, oh, she gonna see niggas. She acting like she loved me anyways. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always good to be with a bitch who's like really have you secure.
A
Period,
woman,
right?
woman,
But
not
a
bitch.
woman, my fault,
Woman,
excuse
sir,
my
woman.
language.
Female, yeah, let's not piss
female.
off people.
Yeah,
My
that's
fault,
not
a female,
woman.
right?
Let's
It's always
piss off,
good to
let's
have.
piss off the little bit of demographic we have in the land. 'Cause I know it's not a big demographic.
I think, but it's always important for me, at least to have some a woman who's very assuring, right? But she obviously didn't feel as assured and as secure with me going to school, and meanwhile I had no reason to be like that. I wasn't acting like a hoe. I was in love with her, right? But she was, becoming this type of person when you first meet, and then when you realize who they is, you know what I'm saying? That whole
yeah.
switch.
Yeah.
So I had to break off, and I didn't really give an explanation type shit, and she was dead tight about that. And then we linked up one time, and like after that, right, like I had stopped talking to her, and then like that was it. And then she hit me up again, and I was like, let me see if I can fuck. Like I'm only gonna be with you if we can fuck. Like real talk. Like I'm
You don't
not
see a
trying
problem
to,
with that though?
Nah, at that moment I was testing
You
it
didn't see a
too.
problem with
So
that?
you're saying
I was testing it too because she was trying to link.
You're
So I
saying
was
that-
trying to see if she was trying to line me at first, right? I was trying to see if
okay.
she was trying to line me. So I was trying to see
Okay.
what niggas
Yo.
was trying to come in against me.
She hit
I was
you
trying to
with-
see who she got. I was trying to see what was going on. But long story short, she wasn't trying to lie me. She was just trying to lie me in the fact that she was trying to get an answer out of me, which I do, in all due respect, she did deserve. Like I did not give her an
She
answer.
wanted closure.
Hold on, let me-
Exactly, and I
let
didn't
me-
give that to her.
Let me stop you right there. So when you were fucking around with her, that didn't affect you at all?
Nah.
Did you care? Did you care if it affected?
No,
her?
no, we didn't. After we broke up, we didn't.
That's
Say
deep.
that again.
I'm saying,
Did
did you care? Did you care if it affected her?
Nope.
I'm
At
saying
that
because, you know,
moment,
think about it
because
this way.
she kept being this like negative energy, like, and I was like not trying to be drained,
Okay.
and I was trying to get rid of that. So I just didn't have like a really good explanation to say it nicely. Like I
Okay.
didn't want to be like, yo, you fucking drained me. Like you know what
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying?
kind of just
Nah,
had to
you
go
wanna
for it.
just-
I
keep
know.
it
I
going.
wanted to be.
Yeah,
I
yes.
really like loved her, so I wanted to be nice about it and like just kind of forget. Like I was just like, you
But
know,
you-
but
If you really loved her, then you wouldn't have left.
Re-
I think love
That's
is an overused word. I think a lot
True,
of people
true,
can
true.
say they're in love. I think
People
you could,
say that,
I
but-
think you can like someone very
She
much,
has some
but it's
good
like
pussy. That's what it was.
Yo, bro.
that's what it was.
Yo,
She
bro.
was guac guac
just fucking around,
3,000.
bro.
I think again, love is an overused word. It's like you can't use that word. You can't use the same word you use with your mother on a girl that you're obviously gonna do that too.
true,
Yeah,
true.
You know?
you don't want to use that word because that's a very
Now
strong
I understand
word.
this. We're not meaning it like we don't say it with that much meaning
Yeah.
behind it. It's just it kind of just comes out. But that's why I
But
say
words
it's
do have
overused.
powers.
Words, yeah, exactly. Words have powers. I think like I've been in toxic relationships as well, where there was just like mad arguments for no reason. I remember middle school had to be like my
Back and
most
forth
toxic
shit.
one, bro.
Yeah.
I've been in a lot, but that had to be like just arguing for no reason. Like it'll just she'll be bored, want to start an argument.
I-
Bunch of
for
little
no
fucking
reason.
kids, bro.
For yeah, exactly.
For
And
me, I feel like middle school was just the ones for the people that, you know, since we did date girls in middle school, I think that's the one that affected us with toxic relationships. Cause it's like that was our first
yeah.
relationship. Remember that?
and nobody was mature enough to really go like they didn't.
exactly. They were.
Oh
they didn't-
God. yo,
geeking.
yo, middle school, bro. Oh my God, you know,
I
you
know.
fucking know.
I fucking know.
8th grade, bro. Only I know, bro. 8th grade, like that shit broke me. No funny shit. That was the back in my bone. Like no funny shit. I mean, that was the bone in my back. Like you know what I'm
Yo,
saying? Like,
nah, bro.
real
yo.
talk, y'all know.
That was the shot that blew out your back, is what you're trying to say.
Did you ever cry though?
I did. Like literally that in the moment. Like as soon as she said, like, she didn't even say it to me, bro. She had somebody else tell it to me. And I'm walking back on the basketball field in 124.
Well, that's to be expected.
Teary niggas sitting watching niggas play like, like you know what I'm saying? Like God.
I got a question for you. Do you think? And I posted this on my story. If anybody's watching, go check it out. You're not gonna see it now, but do you think that it's okay for men to cry?
Yeah, bro. If you don't cry, you're weaker. I think that's.
You think so?
I think so.
But explain how.
Because honestly, like I noticed this in myself too. Like when I try to like numb how I feel or like try to not think about how I feel, it only made it worse and it only made me think about it more. Like it never solved no problem. Like you know what I'm saying? It never solved it. So like even I'm still not fully done with it, but I'm still trying to figure out ways to get out of my feelings and how to like, you know, figure out what's going on in my emotions and shit.
You're comfortable just letting it out sometimes.
Yeah.
Why do you think people aren't comfortable? I don't know what do you guys think first?
I feel like, I mean, I agree with him. I mean, men should cry because, I mean, you can't stick with that bubble. You know, you can't just
bury it.
You can't bury it because it's gonna mess you up in the future. But I'm telling you, because when you do get ready for that relationship and you're still bobbled up, you're gonna mess it up instead of the person messing it up. Because you're the one that's gonna fuck you up. You know, it's gonna fuck you up in the head.
When you deal with
it's gonna fuck you up mentally, bro.
trauma.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
When you have shit in the past and you don't do it and you don't let it out, the future is gonna make you more worse, and you're just gonna be like, "Fuck, yo, I can't believe I did this." It's gonna lead to you being the toxic one because it really does. I mean, that's what
I think this is why I always say that people build up walls as a person. You know, it's like there's who you are, and then there's the version of you that you show to society or you show to a certain group of people. And I'm not saying everybody's like this, but some people that might have that issue who don't deal with their baggage, this is what happens. They start building up walls because every time they get closer, they're like, "Oh fuck, can't do that. That shit feels uncomfortable. That shit hurts."
How about you, Brian?
Is it okay for men to cry?
Is it okay for men to cry? I haven't cried since like 2012, bro. Like I don't think there's anything emotionally wrong.
But do you
with
think
me.
it's okay if you
I don't think
do you think it's okay for men in general to cry?
I mean, I'm just saying a little bit about myself. Like I haven't cried in a long time, and I don't know if it has something to do with me, my personality, how I just see the funny side of everything, or I just make everything such a comedic, like everything a joke. Like I go about life thinking like, yo, bro, nothing is that serious that where you have to like ruin your current mood even just thinking about something negative. So it's like I'd rather just smile and laugh and just thug it out than having to like really deal with those emotions and how they should make me feel, because how they make me feel doesn't bother me.
Well, many people that do thug it out. Oh, I'm sorry to cut you off. You want to continue?
It's just I don't think there's nothing wrong with men crying. I just think that it's a stigma that they shouldn't, because when men do that, it comes back and it bites them in the ass. I've seen that a lot when
they cry.
People will open up.
Okay, yeah.
They'll open up emotionally, and then it'll just backfire because then now they look weak, and if they're in a relationship, then that relationship doesn't, feel the same way it did because now you emotionally opened yourself up to a person.
Yeah, and now you got shot in the head, which is then you know what happens? You build up a wall, and that shit's not healthy.
It's not.
You can't do that. I mean, it's gonna hurt, yeah. And at a certain point, you gotta look at yourself. And it's like, if this is the situation if this is the scenario that I'm in, if I put myself in that situation where the person that I'm opening up to isn't gonna respond like a human being should, I need to get out of there. So you gotta look at it. You'll be like, even if it's your parents, if you're trying to open up to them and they're not giving you the response that you was really looking for, you just gotta be like, all right, next. Not next, but you gotta learn like, all right, I need to find someone who is willing to take me for who I am, at least give me that emotional support. Not in a way where I have to rely on that person, but just to be there for you. Everybody needs that person, and you can't be scared to open up because that's not gonna work either.
You've ever had talks with your parents about like relationships and all?
Yeah, but they don't. It's not like I don't open them. I'm not a person that will open up. I mean, I am, but to certain people, I think that's just something I have to work on.
Yeah, I feel you.
My girlfriend could definitely say that. That like I have a hard time speaking. I think that might be just baggage I never went through. And saying it, I'm kind of like realizing, like talking about this is actually making me realize it, which is like I don't like talking about how I feel sometimes.
Yeah.
Especially it's like if someone pisses me off, and like I swear, bro, especially my girl or my mom or anybody, if they piss me off, bro, I'm gonna be like all happy 1 second, and then the rest of the day I'm just gonna be like,
yeah,
just
staring at you.
Sassy man.
I'm just gonna be mad. I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
mad as fuck.
Are you guys are really open with your parents about relationships?
Not at all. I don't even like telling. Well, if it's family, I don't like telling them my business.
It depends on
Because
what
Not
regard-
family,
I
regard.
but
do
I
feel
mean
like-
like
no.
parents, at least parents.
No,
Your mom.
nobody. Because everyone loves to talk. So obviously, if you're Hispanic, you know that.
Yeah,
Or,
I
I
feel
don't know
you.
how it is with
Same thing though.
other-
Same
yeah,
shit.
same
Same shit.
He said we're Chinese, yo.
Same
Get
thing,
your
right?
dad
But
here.
it's the same
No,
thing,
no.
bro. Like they love to talk and like tell people each other's business. Like I never.
I know
never
my
really
cousin's
fit
whole
into that.
relationship, and I haven't talked to him in a year. You know, but
So it's just
maybe
like,
good though,
yeah.
but
Like I don't like opening up because I don't like my business being out there unless it's with friends and everything because I know those people don't really judge me.
right.
Yeah.
You know,
it's
I
true.
don't really get judgment from friends. I get a lot of judgment from family, which is why I
Yeah.
don't open up to them as much.
Yeah, I agree
And-
with him.
And I think it's they do it sometimes they do it in good faith, but that's not how you receive it. And they do a bad job of relaying that.
Yeah,
So that's how I feel.
I totally get what you're saying.
I think a lot of people feel
But
that
it
way.
depends on what. Again, it depends on what you mean by opening up about the relationship to your family. Are you talking about like
even talking about
like just
your
talking, getting
dating
like
life.
advice from
Yeah.
them and stuff?
For me, it's a little bit of mix. So like me, I'm very open with my parents about like what I do because I still do bring bitches to the females to the crib. So you feel me, like. So and my dad knows he even before I had the V, he would be driving me to cribs and waiting outside
For you to
for an
finish.
hour.
I'll wait till you're done. Son.
Come on,
Don't worry.
He's a
we
G.
both know it was like 10
I
minutes,
respect
bro.
my dad to the fullest. Like he's a, you know what I'm saying? So him being like that for me allowed me to be open with him about it and my mom too, because I love my mom. So any
Mom Deuce.
girl,
Shout out
like,
to Mom Deuce.
I feel like I'm always gonna tell my mom about it. Like I'm just that type of dude. Like you feel me? But with my parents, like I tell them like what I want and stuff, and like whatever female I'm with, like they'll kind of know all the main details, but obviously not specifics. You feel me? Right? But I
Yeah.
do like to tell them because I do like to see what they think of who I'm with, and like my mom's advice. Like if my mom's judgment on a woman that I'm with will always be my main judgment because
Yeah.
it's like duh.
It's your
If,
mom.
she-
yeah.
if I'm
It's
gonna marry
understandable.
this girl, she has to be my fucking
Yeah.
mom's daughter-in-law. So
Yeah, it's
So if
true.
your mom says like, "Oh,
I
she's
don't
not the
like
one
her.
for you. You gotta leave her." You
I'm
going?
gonna have to see.
leaving?
Gotta
Yeah.
dash
I'm
her,
a
bro.
but see, I learned.
I don't
I went through
believe
my
that.
trials and tribulations with whoop de
Nah,
whoop, so I know not
would,
to leave bitches without closure. We leave women
Leave women
without
without-
closure. But yeah, I do. And then like with my dad, like he does notice like how I am right now. Like I'm a little thought. So like I do like to.
Your dad knows.
I do want to make my parents proud in that sense of finding somebody, cause it's like you always want to be like make grandkids and shit. You know what I'm saying? So feel me?
I don't want to make
Not
it
now,
happen.
but at least just
Definitely.
the idea of like having a stable relationship. Right
Nah, I
now, I'm
feel-
not
We're
really.
working towards that. Like,
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like me, like when my mom tells me, like, let's say if I bring a girl home and I introduce her to my mom, and I'm telling you right now, I only introduced my mom to one girl, and she hated her. I ain't gonna
Oh,
lie,
yeah,
she
yeah,
was
yeah.
pretty big, so she would eat all my food.
Embarrassing.
Bro, like, yo,
Well,
I am not gonna
then.
lie, you know.
He was expensive.
Bro, I'm not gonna say that, but it was OD. But yo, that's why my bank account was low. But anyway,
Well,
Now we up now.
now we
What's
up now,
up?
bro. Nah, but
We
it's
up.
not even that. It's just like
Shorty
when I
was
would
fat.
I introduced. I wouldn't say fat, but she was just very big bone.
Big bone. Yeah, we're not gonna use that word.
We're not gonna use that word.
Big bone,
But
man.
bro, like when I put,
Fucking
bro, when I
Hermes.
tell you, yo, when my mom would tell me like, cause there were times when I would tell my mom about, yo, mom, I'm dating this girl. You think she's the one? You know how Spanish moms are. I know quién es está feo. That's not the one, bro. But it's just like you don't
Dude,
know her.
I swear to God, I've heard Joel ask his mom. I was in his crib,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Yo, ma, what'd you think about her? Like, she just came over, and she's like, oh my God, Joel, no, like,
Yo,
like,
I'm
oh,
telling
she's
you.
so like Joel, she smelled weird, like,
Yo,
like, she,
bro, my
like,
mom.
not that she said that, but
Yo.
his mom is so honest.
My mom is brutally
The
honest.
best
Like,
thing, though.
let's- bro,
Best
even
thing.
with friends, bro. Like when I would bring my friends home, like first time I brought him home, she was fine with it. 'Cause she was like, okay, because he had the energy, so she was like, okay, he's good.
Because he was a part of the
I
tribe.
brought
you know?
home one friend though, I remember, and he was like kind of like a little disrespectful. He was kind of high the day that he met my mom.
Nah,
My mom kicked him out the house, and she's like, "Get the fuck out of here, yo!"
No
Like my mom
way.
did not care, bro. Back to what I was saying, bro. I feel like
bro.
I feel like I feel like when I
Say bro again.
bro, nah, but on some real,
Bro.
when I
I guess what you
when
saying.
I told, I don't know. There's times I don't listen to my mom because it's like she could tell me that like that's not the one, but it's like you don't know, mom. I'm the one talking to her. You're not the one that.
It's natural.
It's natural, exactly.
Yeah.
In
You
some
don't know.
scenarios, they might get a false,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they might catch them on a bad day and it's just a weird
Yeah,
vibe.
like we all seen it. Like, oh, the
Mhm.
parents like really disapproved, and then
Mhm.
they
But
ended
yeah,
up
but
loving them. In
bro, my dad was way different because he would be like, okay, yeah, you know, just be very respectful now,
the end.
you
Wear a
know.
condom.
Wear a condom. Don't lose your virginity, bro. Please don't get.
Don't
a girl
lose your
pregnant.
virginity.
Please don't get a girl pregnant, bro. Please, like he
yeah,
always
that's the
told
thing.
me that.
Getting a girl pregnant, bro.
Bro, like my dad always told me that, and bro, my parents would, bro, my mom and dad, they would always tell me, I feel like you're gonna get a girl pregnant first before your sister, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't know about
Wait a
that.
minute.
Wait a
Hold on,
minute.
hold on. Run it back.
Run it back. I'm sorry.
Reload. What did you just say?
that I'll get a girl pregnant instead of my sister getting pregnant.
There we go. There we go. That made sense.
But you
For a
feel
second,
me?
I had to take a little.
But you
huh?
feel me? Yeah,
You got
that's
us in the
I had to
first half.
rewind it back. But yeah,
Word.
but that's why, bro. There's times I won't listen to my parents because I'm like, yo, you don't know because you're not in my life.
Well, you know,
Like,
mom.
Yeah, what do you know? No, but it's
You
true,
don't
'cause
know
it's like I
her.
could be out the world doing something and they could just be like, how they always say, I know what you're doing, bro. I don't want you don't know, bro. I'm doing my own stuff and you're just saying that because you want to be a parent. It's like, bro.
Bro, just think about it. When we're parents, bro, like we know, like if we have sons, bro, we know they're going to Shorty's crib and blowing her back out. And like he'll come home and be like, "Hey, what's up, Dad?" It's like, "Yo, I know what you did, motherfucker. I was
Yeah.
that age."
If I have
Like,
a
we were
son,
that
bro,
age.
it's crazy.
Like, bro, our parents,
I can't wait.
our parents did what we did when we were
Yeah,
younger.
it's true.
like what we do now.
that's what I'm
basically.
saying.
They did the same shit.
They're
Well,
more
I wouldn't know about the same
experienced,
shit because they wasn't here.
bro. Yeah, yeah.
I be getting into an argument with my stepdad all the time and my mom because they be told they're about to retire from like good jobs and shit. Like my stepdad's about to retire from the city, and every time, bro, he try to brag about it. I'm just like, bro, you getting like you getting an award for being a slave to the city, bro. Like you're getting an award, and then you like say,
Job
oh
slave.
yeah, and it's like I thought I'm like, yo, what do you think they're doing with your 401k? What do you think what you're doing with all the money that they're taking from you? They're gonna invest it, make mad bread off of it, just to give you a little piece, and now you have a retirement fund. That's what that is. Fuck no. They try to say, oh, we were doing the same shit you were doing when we were young. We were doing shit. You think you don't know?
bro.
At a certain point, at least in my situation,
Yeah.
you wasn't, bro. Because I'm like, my mentality now is where they wasn't here until like 25, maybe 30. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect, but I mean, you go through different trials in life, and it's
We're both.
Yeah.
The
you
way
go.
they grew
And
up
I
is
think-
way different than ours.
Yeah.
yeah, that 100%. They didn't have these outlets like podcasting
Nope.
or even just putting music up online.
Didn't have
DJing,
phones, bro.
Bro,
You know?
when I
Didn't
tell
have like
you,
social media.
yeah.
I think I got a little off topic, but I have another question. What do women not understand about men?
Women.
Women.
Women don't understand that. I think you said this when we were off the pod, but you don't ask a man what he feels. You ask him what he thinks, because men don't function off of emotions. They function mostly, if you're a real man, they function off of facts and how certain things affect certain things when it's factual, not emotional, because you can feel a certain way about something, but that doesn't change any circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's one thing that women don't really understand, because they are emotional creatures.
They're-
And we
they're-
are factual.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Or-
emotionally driven. That's the
Yeah.
difference.
Mhm.
They are emotionally driven. To a certain extent, we kind of are too when it comes, I guess, to like being lustful of a woman that's driven by emotion.
Or even
But
supportive.
You
of
always,
women.
for me, it's like you want to ask, if you really want to like get the true answer out of your man, you got to be like, yo, what do you think about this? Because if it's like how do you, it's one thing to say, okay, well, I'll bring up the Palestinian stuff. It's one thing to ask, how do you feel about it? But if I ask you, what do you think about it? It opens up a whole new conversation. As a man, you get to, your mind kind of like, you get a door open, you know? It's like, oh, I can express myself now just with this simple switch of a word. And maybe it's just me, but I think it's true for a lot of people. I think if you just,
Yeah.
a lot of men want to be asked what they think about something more than what they feel. I don't really, like, I guess,
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about how
Nah,
I feel.
yeah, yeah.
I said this earlier. I don't want to talk about how I feel. But if you ask me what I think about something, you're not going to get me to shut up. You know what I mean?
Because us men are more brutally honest, bro. Like, we'll tell you. Like, let's say if your girl asks you, hey, what do you think about this outfit? Da-da-da. And
Makes you
they'll
look
tell-
kind of fat.
Yeah, like, it's not even just about being
And
rude.
now you're single.
Yeah, now you're single, but it's like, you can't get mad if I'm being brutally honest. Like, I mean, obviously, you wouldn't say that, but, you know, I mean, many guys that I know, some of them lie in relationships. I seen like they lie,
Some?
but
A lot of men are liars.
a lot lie,
liars.
but they lie because you know what? They don't
white
want
lies.
Yo, I'm gonna just say this right
Yeah.
now. Yo, you know what I hate, bro? And if you're a man that does this, like, I'm just, it is what it is because I've been around niggas that do this, but the guys that catcall a lot of females, I know, you know, situations have happened, but when I'm with my girl and some guy's out his car, like, I want to stab him, bro. And that shit is like so disrespectful, bro.
He just takes out his
I take that shit so personal, bro, because you see me walk with my shorty and you're gonna try to blow, you trying to like, at a certain, like to a certain point, it's like, I'm thinking you disrespected me.
Bro, I had that.
You know, I'm gonna be like, yo, like, you know I'm here. You basically saying, nah, he's pussy.
Bro, I had that situation.
And I'm just like,
one
nah,
time,
bro, like,
remember.
I will fuck you up,
I will
bro.
fuck you.
Bro.
I will fuck you.
Nah, bro.
Can't call my girl again. I will fuck you.
What were you-
That's what
You were
you
gonna
just
say
said.
something?
Nah, I was gonna say like I can agree with you that because
I will enter you.
I had a situation. Wait, you said what? I had a
A
situation.
broomstick is gonna enter them. That's what's gonna happen.
What?
Facts.
Nah,
Go
but like I had a situation like that where I was like walking with a girl, and bro, like this short little Mexican kid came up. I'm sorry to say it, but bro, he came up. Ay, oye, está bueno. Así, mira tu colita. I turned around and I was like, what you
Look at your
say?
ass.
I turned around and I was like, what you say? Bro, she looked at me. She looked at me dead in the eyes, and I was like, I looked at her. I was like, can I fuck him up? I was like,
Can I? Nah, I wouldn't even ask for permission. It's crazy.
nah. I looked at her and I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck you. And I ran out for that nigga, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Can I fuck him up, babe?
Please, babe.
Please,
But
babe,
what do you
can I
think
fuck
is a
him up?
misconception? What do you think women just don't understand about men? And that kind of, what would lead to a problem in a relationship?
I don't know.
What do you
it's
think?
Just like they just don't understand how, like how Brian said, how instead of how we think instead of feel. We don't have like when it comes to emotional stuff, it's hard for us to express it than more thinking because it's like, yo,
Men have way more trauma than women.
We have
Like, I
more
feel
trauma,
we go through
yeah.
more trauma, but
We go through
just
more.
ignore it.
yeah, exactly. Because I could like let's say if I'm in a deep relationship, I'll tell them what I go through. What would they say? Oh yeah, but you know I've gone through worse, da da da. But it's like you don't
We're trying to
understand.
make it about that.
Well, like-
but you don't understand though. You don't know what I
Yeah.
went through. You don't know my past. Like you could say, "Oh yeah, babe, you're not going through a lot." You don't know that. You don't know what I went through in the past. I could tell you it, and you still wouldn't understand because it's like,
I think
Word.
that's a misconception, like heavily,
Yeah.
because most of the time men will talk to men about it, right? Like if we're really talking about
Exactly.
feelings, we'll talk to our boys about it,
mm-hmm.
and they'll get mad. Oh, you on the
Because we
game
get more
with your-
comfortable, bro.
You on the game
Telling
with your boys all the time. You doing it. It's a boys' night. You going out because men need men. That's a real fact. Men need men. You know what I'm saying?
men need men.
At the end of the day,
Men.
we have our women, and that's where we love, and we may or may not express the most feelings, but majority of the time we always come back to our boys, our guys, whoever is in our circle,
We're
because
always gonna support you.
exactly.
Exactly.
Just-
You're real
Despite,
men,
like,
you
any-
know what I'm saying?
no matter what.
Because we always keep it real.
Yeah.
get
Like
more
you see all the
comfortable,
women, like
exactly.
most of the
Mhm.
time it be fake shit going
She'll
on.
lie,
It
yeah.
be
She'll lie
a
to-
lot of drama for no reason. They like drama, just whatever, right? But we always, majority of the time, we keep it real. 100% of the time, it's just real shit going on.
Well, I think it's like there's a certain stigma when you're with, like, if you have a girlfriend and you're with her, it's like you can't say a certain thing because now you're gonna like trigger a reaction when it's like your boy. It's like fuck him. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck if I upset you. Get over it. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying. And what I was gonna say before, like what you said, women like to use their trauma again, like not against us, but they like to use that as a way to like get the sympathy from us. From as men, and I'm not saying boys, as men, when you get to that point, I'm not. Old ass men are gonna look at me like, what the fuck is he saying? But at a certain point, as men, you can't use trauma to then force a reaction from somebody. You know what I mean? You can't use that as a way to get sympathy from them. So maybe you can manipulate the situation. That's something a lot of females do. Not all, but a lot of them. And I think that is a problem as well. I think what I think they don't understand is how we think. They don't understand that we think more than we feel, but they don't understand how we think at all either. The same way it's like you don't want your girl doing certain things when she's outside because you know how other men are. You know what that might bring in, what that might draw, the attention that they're bringing onto themselves. You think that stuff, and sometimes they don't catch on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's a problem because then you might say, "Oh, babe, you can't do that," or
But
not even
why?
can't, but like, "I don't
Yeah.
want you to do that," and they're gonna be like, "Yeah,
They're gonna
exactly."
think you're being controlling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I
But
They
think-
could.
Sometimes they don't want to know.
Yeah.
They would.
Nah, but
you know what
it-
I'm saying? They're trying to be.
Well, I think if you're a faithful
Mhm.
man, I think it's like you have nothing to hide, but still, there's some females like you could be fucking low as fucking. They're still gonna have that fucking that itch in the back of their head, like,
Bro, and it's
How can
also
I be
not-
dumb
bro,
today?
but when I
I
tell
mean-
you, it could also be with the way they dress. Like when they're going out in the streets and you're not there,
Mhm.
and you're just like, yo, what you doing? Like,
Why
yo,
you going out just like that? Like,
yeah, why you going out dressed like that? Like, why are you showing yourself off like that? Oh, baby, but this is just an outfit. It don't matter, bro. You're my girl. I don't want you to be going out, and I don't want any guys to check you out. You know, like at the end of the day, aren't you my girl? Why are you going out dressing like this when it's like,
I think that's the
Yeah.
one thing.
bro?
They don't understand our
Yeah.
possessiveness.
That's the one
Like,
thing
we
the
are
Muslims
possessive,
got
bro.
right.
Yeah, bro. Like we are possessive, man. We are possessive.
Just
That's a fact.
Exactly. You're just like we're,
Tell my bitch to
we're
put a hijab
territorial.
on.
You know, it's like you don't want nobody. Like you don't even want nobody to see her, bro. That's
Exactly.
for you. That's
It's
supposed to be
true.
for you.
Yeah.
And
Would you make a girl wear hijab?
He said,
He's gonna say no, but he thought about all the benefits.
my boy just shut down and said,
would I?
Here, babe, put this on.
Would that be nice? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it gonna happen? Never. It's not gonna
No, no.
happen. But I mean, it is what it is.
I
I
think that when it like if it's a deal, like, you tell her, hey, this is a deal breaker. You can either wear this hijab or you can get the fuck out. I think she's gonna get the fuck out.
bro, she's gonna dip. She's gonna dip.
Probably put up with it for like
Anybody, you know, unless they're actually fucking Muslim, then that's different. I got another thing. Is cheating bad?
It's cheating bad.
No shit.
cheating bad.
Is cheating
I
bad
think-
on both sides,
morally-
men and women?
I think
Yes.
I'm gonna say this right now. I think morally, me personally, I think morally cheating is wrong. I've been cheated on, obviously, at early on when I had my early relationships that I didn't really know how to, how a relationship is supposed to work. I think it's not right at all. I do think, however, I do believe that it's different when a man cheats and when a woman cheats. And when I say it's different, I don't mean I agree with it. I'm just stating the facts because a man can be, I think we've already all fucking heard this, but a man could be with a woman for like 5 years. And he could sleep with another woman that he just met a day ago. And he'll feel nothing for her. It's all strictly sexual. And you're still going to be worried about the woman you've been with for 5 years. You're going to be committed to her still.
Still gonna be
what
paying
you
for
were
her nails,
doing-
her hair, all that.
that's what I'm saying. It's like what you're doing is you're separating you're separating sex and relationship. Like you're separating the two. So it's like you're not
Sex and
emotionally
emotions.
you're not emotionally attached to this woman at all. It was just like, for sex.
One night stand.
But but a woman has to be emotionally connected to a person to actually
Let them
want
fuck.
to want to
Mhm.
actually
Well, it's the
commit to
difference
that.
between
Let them
fucking.
fuck.
It's a difference. It's
Having
a big
sex.
difference between fucking and getting fucked. Like that's a big
I
difference.
thought you were gonna
bro.
say there's a
I
difference between fucking and having sex.
Either,
Bro.
either way, I
fucking
feel,
and getting fucked.
I feel like
Like, yo.
it's still wrong though. Even though like there are two different reasons why men cheat and why women cheat. Regardless, it is morally wrong. Like period. Like I feel like that. Like because men sometimes and it's definitely with a lot of younger men. Like obviously we tend to have a roster, make up a roster, whatever, and
Make up a roster.
and like whatever our main chick is
Starting
like
five.
the one we really care about. You
Come
lose
on.
all the side.
You're talking about the men that actually get females. There's a large group of men that actually don't get shit.
Well, yeah, that too though. Yeah.
I mean, that line's starting to get blurred because women are just having no standards nowadays.
True.
So these fucking losers are getting, play.
They're all just
So-
doing what they want to do and be free. Like that's where I can see it. Like when I see women like out doing what they want, even if they're like talking to a guy, they talk to a guy for a minute and then later on they get tired of it and they're just like, I'm done with this guy.
Yeah,
Well, on to the next one,
for
yeah.
most men, a big reason for that, for most men, I'm not saying all,
Yeah.
but most men want a woman that is pure, that hasn't really had too much experience because naturally that with more experience comes more problems.
Yeah.
Because if you're with a girl
the
that's
second
had,
the car gets off the lot,
dude,
yeah, bro. Running that shit.
second
That's
them
it.
tires get used, bro, they fucking
it's not the same, bro.
not the
They don't
same.
got that new car smell.
nope.
It's
But-
better to have a new car smell.
But what was I saying? I do think that
Sorry for cutting you
I
off.
do think you're good. I do think that obviously men do think that a pure woman is more attractive. It's just more attractive to most men because you don't want someone with baggage because if they come with baggage then that becomes more problems and then you can't have a healthy relationship and it's just gonna be a waste of time. money, effort, emotional. Like it's gonna,
Mhm.
it's a waste of time, which is the most important thing. It's just a waste.
I get you.
So
Yeah.
For me, cheating, like a lot of other things, is just another. Well, not cheating, but when you're in a relationship and you have that, it's just another form of temptation.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like I'm not gonna go as far and say it's God, trying to mess with you or the devil, but
trying to mess with you.
you know what I mean? It's like if you're in a committed relationship and you love her. Now, when I say love, you have to understand that I'm talking real love, not no fake love, not
Like long-term
not
shit.
puppy love.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The love that you would like, the same love that you would use for your mother. If that's who you really committed to, if you know that she's gonna be there for you, she's gonna if it comes down to it, she can also help you out in any given situation. That shouldn't even be an option, because as a man, if they fucking find out, not like and a lot of men will do it because they're never gonna find out, but if they do, it's gonna fucking destroy them
Mhm.
Yeah.
emotionally, and then they're gonna use that as a weapon for their next relationship, and you're just gonna cause a whole big problem. And again,
Butterfly effect.
it's just temptation. It's like men, we are like, it's different when you have a one night stand, because we're very lustful. We do think, but that's the one
Yeah.
emotion that we do like. It's very strong for men. We're very lustful. We're gonna see that ass and be like,
That ass.
damn,
And it's worse that if you were to lose your main chick and you were to lose what you found love with, built, just
Mhm.
because you wanted that.
In the moment,
ass.
it's gonna feel good, but then you're gonna realize all the fucking all the
all the
all
moments
the
you built
benefits,
up,
I guess,
everything.
for a lack of a better word, all the benefits later down the road for that person that might have been there for you when you went through something. Because you don't know if you lose someone a
Yeah.
freaking week later and you have nobody now,
Mhm.
or
And
if you
so
end
It's
up-
rare to find that
or if
too.
you end up
Yeah.
losing all your money and now you would have nobody. You don't know these things, and to then risk a long-term, like a potentially long-term relationship for like 2 minutes of fun time.
2 minutes is crazy.
And it's so
Speak for yourself, sir.
it's so crazy that
I was looking
even
at you.
as men,
In
right?
the eye.
As men, like most of the time with our friend, like our boys, or let's say business partners or whoever, like just our men that we are clicked with, like we would never snake them. Like let's say we had ops or whatever, we had beef with somebody. It's not like you're gonna see me go talking to the ops and snake my mans.
Yeah, but
That's
loyalty.
principle for every man. Like 90%, 90. I'm gonna just say like 90% of men are like that. Like you have 10% of snakes out there. You get me? But it's like, how could you not snake your mans, but you're gonna snake your girl? Like, you know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
if a man's already willing to snake their girl, like, what, you don't think they're gonna be able to snake you? Like,
Loyalty,
you
bro,
feel
I'm
me?
telling you. Loyalty is a very
It's
it's
a
the
big
one thing
thing.
that us guys that we have, because it's like, bro, there was a time that I wasn't loyal with a girl, but at the time we were all young, bro. We've all, like, let's say we've been experienced with what we did.
You went
But
through it.
We
Everyone
went through it. We
yeah.
all went through it. I was toxic. I can admit it, but I'm happy it happened in a younger age, because I actually am more experienced now. At least I'm still young, but I'm more experienced with what I see now and the way I act. I'm single, but I'm proud of it.
Doing your thing.
On some real thing, bro.
I think
It's
a lot of
like,
men rush into relationships.
I don't want to rush into a relationship right now. I want to just take my time.
Mhm.
bro.
And again,
Focus
it's
on
because of
me.
lust.
Focus on me.
Mhm.
Men power.
I think a lot
Men
of
power.
men will want to focus on themselves, but
Yeah.
a lot of them would also want to have a person to grow and build with.
Of course, yes.
When, obviously you can do it with your boys, or your partners, your business partners or whatever. But I think a lot of men need that support there when it comes to having a partner that
Well,
has that role.
I think that you can work on yourself and also be in a relationship at the same time.
I'm saying.
But it's because a lot of men are not finding the right women.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
not to say that like it's also the women and the standards they have for themselves. You see nowadays a lot of women
No self-respect.
there's no self-respect.
Mhm.
They're going to the club, shaking ass, demeaning their value.
Exactly.
They're doing all these things that, in the moment when you have a bunch of drunk men, they might find that, in the moment you're going to
They
be
might
like,
find it
"Ooh,
like, okay, yeah, I
you're,
want
you're,
that.
you're getting driven by lust in those
Yeah.
moments. But for looking for a long term or something real, somebody that you can grow with, somebody that you can have kids with, you want grandkids,
Mm-hmm.
you got to find the right person, and you can't look in the wrong places. A lot of these females are on OnlyFans. They choose a career over basically having a family.
Mm-hmm.
Now I understand that there is a money aspect, and it is as a female nowadays, if you have a nice body, you can make a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but is
It's
that
feet.
really worth it?
Is it
Mhm.
really worth it for you to just show?
It's like
your
you're bringing
body on
out the worst
screen?
in women. I
Yeah.
don't mean to cut you
No,
off,
don't worry about
but
it.
you bringing out the worst in women, and then you're also bringing out the worst in men. because now
Mhm.
you're giving them just an outlet to then put all their lust in.
It's true.
You know what I mean? What were you gonna say?
Women showing their body on the screen is worse than. I'd rather a woman get with a guy than showing their screen on the body, because it's like, why you? I'd rather a woman show their.
Oh, like giving her body.
Yeah, I'd rather them giving their body to a guy than showing them on the screen. You're seeing a bunch of other bots and people looking at that, and it's like,
What do you mean by giving it to a guy? You rather them be a prostitute than be
I'm
like
not
an
saying be a
OnlyFans model?
prostitute. I didn't mean it like that.
Say
I'm
you can be
saying-
a virgin and be on OnlyFans, but once you know what I'm saying, dip that toe in the water.
I'm not saying it that
that's
way.
it.
I'm saying like I
There's no second chances.
Yeah.
Nah, I'd just rather be you, how you said, to have a family than not have a family and
Well, I
do
think
your own stuff. you
It's
know?
like if they think that being on OnlyFans is a good choice, because like I'm not a woman, obviously. I can't
I'm not a woman, guys.
I can't speak for
I
them.
admit
This is
it.
what I'm trying to say. I can't
Yeah.
speak for them. But if my only option is to then use my body to make income, clearly like I have no other value to me. And as a man, if you see a woman that's doing that, you kind of have to look at it like, where are her values at? Where does she prioritize the things in her life? And a lot of men will be like, "Oh, OnlyFans girl is crazy. Like that'll be nice, you know? It's gonna be
Yo,
nice."
bro, would you rather give it Ash Cash?
Bro,
or-
the bare minimum
all
is
you-
gone.
I thought she
The
was a guy.
bare fucking minimum is gone.
No standards.
No fucking.
There's no
Yo,
traditional
where's all
women.
the women who knows their value? Like, you know you have value. You know you shouldn't devalue yourself. And like there was a whole era of that where women knew that. Like they knew, and then when you would see a woman dressing like a OnlyFans type of woman, you would call her thotty or whatever.
Not
Like,
even, bro.
for
Other
me,
women,
they
Call her a
would-
degrading
other
word.
women would call her that. Call her
yeah,
that, yeah.
men and other women. Men would. It's like there's all of those, right? Those women who were tramps or whatever. It's now a stigma for the women to be like that. now.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck?
Well, it's the culture. It's what's promoted nowadays. You look at TikTok. TikTok is basically just advertisement for OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Especially if that's what you're fucking. If that's what you're driven by, that's what you're watching. It's
Really?
fucking. You can.
Bro, my TikTok looking crazy, bro. There's a bunch of
Instagram, too.
dumbass videos.
You
That's
see
what
it,
fucked
right?
it up. The
Yo.
internet, the hookup culture, Tinder, all that.
nobody.
All the dating
These
apps.
companies that are giving them the platform to really like thrive in that culture and that I guess area. They're the problem. They're saying, okay, like you look at Sexy Red. We'll use her as an example. If you look at the song she's saying,
I don't know
right?
who that is.
If you look at
Can you sing the song for me?
No.
yeah, if you listen to the lyrics, go listen to the songs. This is what women are like. This is what women are looking at now, right? They're looking at, okay, this is the culture. This is what's being promoted. This is how I should be. Not all. Again, I'm not saying that this is all women, but there is a growing majority of women that think this is okay.
It's accepted.
And then
It's
there's
the norm.
there's a very like fewer community of men that are saying it's not okay, because I'm sorry to say it's like not it's hard to find a real man these days with moral values that knows what they want and that knows who their partner is, because a lot of men I think don't know who their partner is.
They're all confused.
I think everybody's confused.
they're all
Everybody's lost
confused.
because you don't get the government, I guess, the media. They're not telling us. They're not trying to show us what we should look for. You know, because everybody knows what you should look for.
Mhm.
You should look for a woman that has good values, that's very traditional. I'm not gonna say that knows how to cook and clean, but knows how to take care of herself, knows how to take care of you, knows how to be there for you. You know what I mean? And now it's like they don't say that. They say just go shake your ass and make a few bucks. And is
Yeah.
that what is like?
Like, nah,
Go
it's
shake your
true.
ass.
Go shake some ass. You look at Ice Spice. How did she blow up?
Grabbing
Yeah,
her
literally.
asshole.
Just
from the
shaking
back.
ass on a fucking camera and calling
I'll
niggas
do the move
munches.
right now. I'll do the dance right now.
Yeah. That's wild. You're a munch. They made all these things popular.
Like
You're a
Dunkin'
munch.
Donuts is literally what? Dunkin' Donuts.
McDonald's.
The
and fucking Cardi
Munchkins.
B.
Mhm.
How you going? Munchkins were already Munchkins. Why you trying to make it seem like it's new? We knew what
Munch.
Munchkins is.
They
I know
just-
what
They
a
just
Munchkin
separated
is.
the word munch dash kins.
Like, bro, it's the same shit.
And then if you look at figures on the internet like Andrew Tate, he's
They're
someone
poor.
not even that. Besides, like, I know there's a lot of stigma around his name and a lot of controversial topics, but at the end of the day, it's like there are videos that said you should treat women with respect. You should treat them with value. He's trying to tell us.
A lot of people don't
what the-
understand, like, when he's making those videos and he
Mhm.
has those things that he says, like, disrespectful thing about women. Those are jokes, and a lot of people don't catch that.
Yeah, they cut it up. It's
So-
clipped.
It's the media. You know
Not
what they
even.
do.
when he says it, he's being so serious about it. Like, you can see videos of him reacting to his old content.
But you would know
when
he's
he's like-
being sarcastic because even in
No,
those
that's what I'm
long,
saying. A
they
lot of
they
people-
cut it down
it's
to this.
satire. That's what
Yeah.
it is. No, a lot of the jokes that he makes, I'm saying, is satire. So he'll make jokes, and people will say, "Oh, look what he said about this."
Oh
And
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like, you can tell he's making a joke.
yeah.
Mhm.
Obviously, if we watched it, we'd laugh our asses off.
Yeah.
We know he's joking. And he'll even watch his old videos and like, "Yo, I'm hilarious."
Yeah, I
'cause he
seen that
knows it's a
clip.
joke.
Yeah.
But if you look at the fake, like who he is, and what he's trying to tell us, that's not like they're trying to cancel him. You know, they're trying to cancel him, trying to take away his influence, and it's like, yo, this is what's not okay, right? If you be like him, that's not okay. We're gonna cancel you. We're gonna take away your money. But if you be like these girls or you be like these men, oh, more power to you. This is where it's at, and that's
They're-
not where it's
They're
at.
not gonna
Yeah.
cancel the LGBTQ
Lettuce, bacon, tomatoes.
whatever promoting children books, but they're gonna take away Andrew
Drag-
Tate trying
drag-
to preach
drag
real
queen-
relationships.
What is it
Like,
called?
you know what I'm
Drag
saying?
queen story time.
I don't even know. I don't care.
Bro, they
But
dress
they're
up-
not
they
even
dress
like
up-
really. They're not even really like enforcing or reinforcing like to take that away. But they're gonna take away all the right choices of how to live, like all the right people who talk about the real stuff. Like they're always gonna try to censor that and not censor all the bad stuff.
I get what you're saying. It's a very controversial topic you're bringing up, though. Very, very controversial.
Man,
Stay away from it.
for real.
I think for anything controversial, I think it's both sides of the argument are highly demonized. I had a conversation with my sister the other day about this topic about LGBTQ community because she is, I guess, would say she's a part of it. She had different opinions on it. We'll talk about it on a different episode, but
Bless you. Oh,
We were
I thought
talking
you were
about it.
sneezing.
no, he's being a dick.
I thought you were sneezing, bro. I
He's
was
being a
like, yo,
dickhead.
is he sneezing?
But what I realized is that there's both sides of the argument. There's the ones that are with the community that are kind of not aware of what's going on. You know, it's the it's like the I guess we'll say like the establishment using that to freaking separate the community. You have the people that hate them and the people that love them, and then now we're fighting each other when really we should just be fighting.
Everyone should just be minding their own fucking business.
Exactly.
But it's hard when they're trying to push something very hard,
yeah.
and you don't have a problem with it, but you have your certain way of life, and you don't want that to affect your life.
100%.
So if you have, obviously, this is a prime example. If you have kids, and you see all this LGBTQ stuff all over the place being super monetized, and you know your kids are, if your kid has a phone, they're being brainwashed already. So if they're being pumped full of that, you don't want them. Not saying you have something wrong with it, but you don't want them turning out a certain way. You want them to be like you.
You don't want them to be gay.
Yeah, that's what I'm
what
saying.
that's what you're trying to say.
Not me.
He said it.
I
That's what
never
he
said
just
that.
said.
He said it in
That's
such
what you
a
just
way
said.
that, like,
I never said that, but a lot of people want their kids to be like them, which is usually, if you want your kids to grow up and get with a woman or get with a
I think it's just because they're
Depending on the
trying. It's
gender.
like any type of influence someone else is trying to put on your kid. You're just like,
Yeah.
no, get the fuck away.
you don't fuck with that.
Like, you
it's
know,
like imagine
mind
someone
your
coming up to your
business.
kid with another religion trying to
yeah.
Yeah, I get
Parenting
you.
has
Never a problem
become
with that.
harder in this new age because of that, the technology, and they have access to iPads at 3 years old, like, and
3-year-old.
and then all these agendas being marketed and monetized. It's not wrong for parents to be concerned of what's being monetized and what's being shown to kids on TikTok and having that parental control.
A lot of people wouldn't even think about
Because
that shit.
like I said in the beginning too, like the young ones
More
are the
time.
future. So how they choose to have relationships, how they choose to see how to love, how to be a man, how to be a woman. Am I gay? Should I switch my like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It shapes the future. Like like we could be filled with a bunch of who knows? But it's like we don't want to get to that point. Like we're as a parent, each parent individually wants to at least have that parental control over like, all right, I know what my future is for my kid. I know,
guess
you know what I'm saying? I'm controlling the future that
Again,
I can
it's you
touch
don't
most.
want other values being taught upon your kid
Yeah.
or something. But to get back to the last point, because we do have a few minutes left, I want to. Do you guys think the lack of father figures have effect on this?
Well, I'm gonna step into some real hot water. Real hot water. I think you can look at the black community, obviously, and see the numbers of crime, obviously. But I think a lot of that is due to not having a stable household. And what I mean by stable household is having a father figure. So whether that be a father or an uncle or just a man in the house
Yeah.
to tell you right from wrong, I think that has a lot to
A masculine moral presence.
Yeah, it has a big role to play because even in nature, if you see like a dog and a dog is acting up and it's being wild and you know biting people, you'll see the like this videos you can see like the father like the
Mm-hmm.
it'll come up and fucking bark at it and like you know put its hand on it like try to you know set it right. But
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
but you can even see like in history when they locked up like millions of like not millions thousands of black men for you know drugs in the 80s and 70s, and now you can see a reflection of it today. A lot of men don't have fathers and it's due to that. And you know
I think it's the values that are being taught to us.
yeah
It's the culture.
it's dangerous.
I'm not
when you
gonna
grow
say
up
it's
with a-
only. I'm not gonna say just the black community. It's any community that's been like anything like where the culture is more present. Because now you have the culture to be as a woman. Now you have the culture that's saying, "Oh, don't have these traditional values. Shake some ass, make some
Yeah.
money." You have men saying, "Oh, fuck a lot of bitches, make some money. You know, make some money for us. You can fuck a lot of bitches. Don't stay with a girl."
what
That's
culture says that?
Look at any rap song.
What culture? I'm saying
Mm.
I'm thinking you're talking about like culture as in a people's culture.
No. The culture and like what's like mainstream. We'll talk about the hip hop culture. You know, I'm sure you said it in your song a bunch of times.
Social
You're a
culture.
rapper. You've probably talked about fucking
know
some
what's up.
bitches or fucking some females on your song.
Yeah.
And then you know what? Let's say when I'm gonna say when you get up there and you have millions of people listening to your shit, they're gonna hear that and they're gonna be influenced by that. I think it's the problem. It's who's influencing.
They're just
These
gonna
people.
follow what they hear, basically. Like,
If you're
it's
not,
like, whatever I hear on the music, it's like I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna follow what I wanna. I'm gonna follow what that person's doing. But it's
Nature and nurture.
like, yeah.
I think that's the problem. There is a lack of father figures, and then they're not getting any discipline at all. I mean, if they are, they're getting it from the teachers, who
Yeah.
obviously don't care about them. They're just trying to impress their values on them, on the kids. You have the internet, who's now impressing their values onto kids. So with the lack of father figures, you're not getting the right morals, and maybe not the right morals, but you're not getting the morals given from a place that really cares about you, that really just wants to see you do good in whatever aspect that is. You're not gonna get that from on the internet or from teachers or from a lot of other people. So that's the problem. For me, that's where it goes wrong.
I think the most dangerous thing in society is probably like an emotional man, because when you're a man that functions off of emotions and you get angry and you do very violent things. So I feel like a man to have morals is
Well,
and be instilled in him by a father figure is
I
important.
see what you're saying. You're like Jordan Peterson. That's what you. So you sound like Jordan Peterson. And you should be emotional. You should be aware of your emotions, but you should know how to control them.
Yeah, just for reference, I fucking hate Jordan Peterson.
Why?
I love him. Why?
I hate
He's mad
Jordan
cool.
Peterson. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong person, but
He's an old white dude.
I bought his book.
Really?
old white dude.
He's
Yeah.
old white. I'll show you
Jordan
later. I'm not
Peterson.
gonna bring it up.
Yeah, I probably
took-
think of a wrong person.
A last thing to kind of piggyback on that
Yeah.
father topic. I feel like men and women like obviously coincide, right? And as I'm a Christian, so we believe God made Adam and Eve, men in His image, and women from men, and whatever, right? So I think and I was having this conversation with my cousin earlier too. Like, it's a theory from Sigmund Freud. I forgot the name. I don't know what it was, but she was telling me like he said that like sons kind of like are more infatuated with their mother at first and kind of like hate their dad because they're trying to compete for the love of their mom, and then eventually grow into being cool with their pops and whatever, right? And it's the opposite for the woman. They love their dad, fight with the mom, blah blah blah. And I feel like I definitely kind of agree with that, and I think without a father figure, it takes away from that that yin and yang for the children, that child,
Yin and yang.
whether if it was a son or a daughter, because you're losing that other part of what you need to
Yeah.
grow.
Losing
and-
a side of the quarter.
exactly, like, you know what I'm saying? There needs
They're
to be
both
that
playing a
yin and
part.
yang. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's why most same what would you call it?
What?
Heterosexual, whatever, like
Hetero.
not homosexual.
Hetero.
like
Yeah.
straight, whatever, straight couples. That's why it's
Cis male.
that's why that was more always important. I think obviously back in the day, because one, we needed to make babies, and two, that's natural order, natural selection. Feel me? Like
Mhm.
you can't really make a child with two of the same sex. So
Why
feel
are
me?
Why are you saying that as if
because it's like
Make it a
you
dog.
feel-
no one knows that?
I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like. So
Yeah.
that's what I think of. Like, if you don't have the father figure, you're losing that yin and yang. But even if you don't, let's say you have a dad and you lost your mom, you're still losing that yin and yang. You feel me?
Yeah, but people, kids raised by their fathers turn out way better than
They-
kids raised by their mothers
they
because they
do,
don't
yeah.
have that. They don't
I think
function off of emotions.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
think a lot is involved in this because it depends on if it's a boy or a girl. It
Yeah,
depends on what values were instilled in the parents. It's a lot of stuff that's connected to this. But I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's compared
Not
to
gonna
what
lie.
it's just, bro. When I tell you, when when I would talk to my dad, what happened?
Dude, everyone's brain farting, dude.
When I was, and all y'all just staring at me like that. No, when my dad was here and I would speak to him, it was just more better because when I would tell my mom about this stuff, now it's just hard, bro. Because it's like you don't know, she don't know like it's more different when it's with the parent, with the father, you know. So it's, you must be hungry. You smacking him down. But that's the way I could think about it. I feel like father figure is an important thing to have
Most definitely.
because it helps you out with the future. Like you have somebody, or as Brian said, not even if it's not a father figure, at least a man in the house to help you out.
Well, I
and
mean,
to give you that experience and that advice. You know?
Even as a like for me, right? I kind of wish my father was still in. Like, I'm not gonna say he's not in my life, but we'll discuss this on another episode.
yeah,
I do have a different relationship with my father than most people. He lives in Connecticut, and there are some times where I wish I could talk to him just to see, like, because that's your parent at the end of the day. That is you're a piece of them. Your mother and your father in mix. So you think that you might have anxiety, or you might be struggling with addiction or temptation, but if you really get to talk to your parents, they went through the same shit. They had that same anxiety in them, and I wish
Mhm.
I would be able to talk to my father about that. Like, because like my father, right? If him and his girlfriend him and his wife get into an argument or whatever, and he just like feels uncomfortable, he has a to-go bag. He has a bag packed up with clothes, toothbrush, soap, just to dip on the spot. And I get that same
He
feeling
walked
sometimes.
in here with a duffel bag full of shit.
Like, he used to pick me up with a backpack full of clothes, and I'm just like, bro, where the fuck am I? Where are we going? Like, yo, what is supposed to be happening? And I think in that aspect, if you don't have both parents in the household, you might struggle with these problems because you're not getting the advice
Right.
from that piece of you. I'm not gonna, or because you're the piece of them,
Mhm.
so you're not getting the advice because they might know how to deal with what you're going through. You know, if you're going through a problem or something, you're just like struggling with it. You don't understand how to deal with it.
you can't
Talk
do it
to your
yourself,
parents
yeah.
if you're comfortable, but maybe individually, and they might be able to. Oh, like I get this too. Like this is
Yeah.
what it is.
No, it's true.
So the lack of a father figure that might be detrimental to the kid. And same thing about the mother. If you have no mother figure, if there's something that you're going through that she went through, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? I think this is all I know is I'm gonna be a father and they're gonna be good.
I think it's important for
Eventually.
people
Straight.
to
Eventually.
don't you
understand,
mean
like,
straight?
how,
Tyler?
What?
You said you're gonna be straight.
I said I'm gonna be a father,
Shit.
bro.
Bro,
Shit. I think it's important for people to understand too, like how they were kind of, or like to see themselves, right? Because in that
Mm.
sense of like you see yourself in your dad and you see yourself in your mom, like little
Mhm.
parts that, oh, I got this from them, and I got like my mom's anger, I get her temper, and then my
Exactly.
dad's like my dad's focus and drive to do shit.
Mhm.
I'm like, yo, I'm just like my fucking dad. I'm like, yo, I'm his son.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I am his son. But you know what I'm saying? I think it's important for people to at least see like themselves
Mhm.
and like, okay, I get what he was doing there. Like, okay, I
Yeah.
understand how she feels about certain things that ticks her off like this. Oh, I do the same thing. Let me not tick off. Let me not do that. You feel me? Or like you learn how to operate better or how to not operate like this. You feel me? It's just
It's funny when you're
Think so,
doing
right?
something like it's funny when you're just like observing your parent and you see something they do and it's like, oh shit, I do that same thing.
right?
Yeah,
Yo.
and they react, and it's like you be like,
It's
oh
like,
damn, like I be
yo,
doing
that's
this, I be doing the same
crazy, yo.
shit.
Bro,
I was
when my
like that,
dad
yeah.
sings, I be like, yo, I low key do that same shit. I'm like, yo, like I be doing them same little
Makes
licks.
music and everything.
Bro, when
Like-
when I was little, I could say, I mean, now I could say I'm kind of more like my mom than my dad. Because when I was little, I was more like my dad, dancing wise, music wise, anything in general.
Expressing
Just
yourself, yeah.
just the energy too. Anger wise, right now, I think I'm like my dad. Cause yo, I mean, my dad, he was a boxer, bro. He got that anger with that, yo, gangsta.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up for today. See, perfect timing.
Wow.
I do want to thank anybody for watching. If you've lasted this long, if you decided to stay, I do want to say thank you for watching. Definitely subscribe, leave a thumbs up,
leave a thumbs up.
Okay.
and check out the
Ciao.
next episode. We are dropping every week, and all right.